Russian officials say one of their oil tankers has been hit in a Ukrainian drone attack in the Black Sea. They said the vessel's engine room was damaged in the overnight strike, but that no one was hurt. It reportedly happened south of the bridge that links Russia to Crimea. Officials in Ukraine have not yet commented. On Friday, a Russian ship was attacked by a Ukrainian naval drone strike near the Russia's port of Novorossiysk. Daniel Hawkins is joining us now live from Moscow. What's Moscow saying about this latest incident, Daniel?
Well, as you said, this is the second time that Russian ships have been targeted in 24 hours. Ukrainian authorities released a video which purports to show this naval drone approaching the SIG oil tanker, which was, of course, under a Russian flag, but traveling to Russia from a different area. Reports say this was from Turkey. There were 11 crew members on board, and following this attack, the ship sustained damage, which caused it to tilt to one side and take on quite a bit of water in one of its compartments. Now, Russian rescue services say 2 tugboats were dispatched to take the ship back to shore. There were no serious casualties reported on board, and the ship will be repaired. However, photos on social media show quite substantial amounts of water on board this ship and quite a lot of debris scattered around the rooms and the control room as well. Now, Ukrainian authorities, of course, haven't officially confirmed or denied involvement, though there was a tacit admission, if you like, from the head of the SBU, who said that such, quote, special operations are logical and are legal as they take place in Ukrainian territorial waters. The Kremlin, of course, takes a very different view, labeling these sorts of attacks as terrorist incidents, whether on Russian military or civilian infrastructure in that area.
And Daniel, of course, all of this happening as the fighting is going on in the front lines. What's Russia saying about that?
Well, there have been intensive attacks on the southern Zaporizhzhia front as part of the Ukrainian counteroffensive, which has been ongoing now for some weeks. Meanwhile, as the Ukrainian forces try to push into Russian fortifications in the south, the Russian MOD says the Russian army has been conducting offensive operations in the north on the borders of the Lugansk Republic. Today, they've said they've taken under control the settlement of Novorossiysk, which is on the borders of Lugansk and Kharkiv regions. They've also said the Russian army has captured around 11 Ukrainian defensive fortified positions in that area as well. We've seen quite pitched battles going to and from the 2 cities of Marinka and Avdiivka in the Donbass as well. Marinka, particularly, just like we saw in Bakhmut, a city that's been very badly damaged by the fighting and is pretty much split between Ukrainian and Russian control. And the city of Avdiivka, which the Russian forces have been trying to encircle for quite some time as the Ukrainian army counterattacks and tries to stop that from happening. Now, the Russian MOD have also said they've intercepted around 8 HIMARS rockets over the last 24 hours and 22 drones, some of which targeted Donetsk and Gorlovka, as well as the battles continue across the Donbass and both sides try to make progress.
Daniel, thank you very much indeed. Daniel Hawkins talking to us from Moscow.